man in front of me had a handsome face, but when he got serious he was cold and ruthless. His name was Hannibal. Hannibal was born into a wealthy family in Lithuania. He and his sister Lisa should have grown up happily under their parents' care, but in 1944 the occupied Lithuania fell back into the chaos of war. To avoid getting caught in the crossfire, Hannibal's family moved to the countryside to take refuge. They thought they'd wait out the war and go back to a normal life, but the war reached their doorstep. A German plane was shot down and crashed into a Soviet tank. Hannibal's parents died in the explosion. The two siblings hiding inside the house barely escaped. They survived by making do with the supplies they had stored. Before long the war was nearing its end. The German army was in full retreat. The Soviets took over Lithuania. One day a group of German deserters broke into the siblings' cabin. Young Hannibal tried to protect his sister, but his resistance was useless against the adults. After learning the nearby roads were blocked, the deserters had no choice but to stay in the cabin. They used Hannibal and his sister as cover, lying to the patrolling soldiers to escape capture, but soon the supplies inside the cabin ran out. Outside the snow was falling heavily, and finding food in the woods was nearly impossible. The hungry deserters set their sights on the siblings.
We eat or die.
8 years later Hannibal had grown up in an orphanage, but the rules there made life difficult for him, and the memories from 8 years ago often haunted his dreams. Hannibal woke up from nightmares countless times, shouting his sister's name. Desperate to live a normal life, Hannibal ran away from the orphanage. After a rough journey he finally found his only family, Lady Purple. Lady Purple was born in Japan, and her whole family had been killed as well. She understood the pain of losing loved ones. Just like Hannibal, under her careful care Hannibal began to open up. He not only learned kendo from her, but their relationship also seemed to change. One day at the market a butcher spoke disrespectfully to Lady Purple. Seeing this Hannibal grabbed something and charged at the butcher. The butcher's friends tried to step in, but they were quickly subdued by Lady Purple. The police arrived soon after, and everyone was taken to the station. Since Hannibal was a first-time offender, he was released after a short time. Back home Hannibal's mind was filled with memories from 8 years ago again. Determined not to let Lady Purple be hurt again, he wiped down his katana, put on his mask and felt the spirit of the warrior. He was ready to make the butcher pay.